In your hand, it feels light. Barely 6 grams of silver. Worn smooth by time, by pockets, by history. And yet this small coin once helped move the largest empire the world had ever seen. This is not gold. It is not rare. It was never meant to impress. This is the 1871 British One Shilling. A working coin. A people's coin. A piece of everyday life in Victorian Britain. And behind it lies a story of power, industry, faith, and the machinery of empire. By 1871, Britain had changed forever. Factories roared across cities. Railways cut through countryside. Steamships connected continents. And the backbone of this new world was not kings or generals. It was ordinary people. Dockworkers. Clerks. Shopkeepers. Soldiers. Mothers buying bread. Children sent on errands. The 1 shilling was their coin. Worth 12 pence, it sat perfectly between copper pennies and gold sovereigns. It paid wages. Bought meals. Covered train fares. Settled debts. This coin did not sit in vaults. It lived in pockets. On the obverse, we see Queen Victoria. She faces left. Her expression calm. Controlled. Almost distant. This is the young head portrait, designed decades earlier by William Wyon. Wyon did not sculpt a warrior. He sculpted legitimacy. Victoria wears no crown here. Only a simple hairstyle, tied back with restraint. This portrait told the public something very specific. Stability. Continuity. Moral authority. Even in 1871, long past her youth, Britain kept this image on its silver coinage. It reminded the nation of the Queen's long reign and unbroken rule. Around her runs the Latin legend. Victoria Dei Gratia Britannia Reg Fd. Victoria, by the grace of God, Queen of the Britons, defender of the faith. Every word matters. Every letter reinforces power. Turn the coin over. At the top sits the royal crown. Not decorative. Symbolic. The crown represented authority over law, land, and people. It was the ultimate stamp of trust. Below it, the words. 1 shilling. Plain. Direct. Unmistakable. This coin did not need decoration to be respected. Its value was guaranteed by the state. Surrounding the text is a wreath. On one side, laurel. On the other, oak. Laurel for victory. Oak for strength and endurance. Together, they told a story of triumph and permanence. A message repeated millions of times across the empire. The year 1871 matters. Britain was no longer rising. It had arrived. The empire spanned continents. Trade routes circled the globe. London was the financial heart of the world. But change was coming. Germany unified that very year. Industrial competition increased. Political reform was unavoidable. This shilling existed at a turning point. A moment when Britain stood at its height, unaware of the slow decline ahead. The coin reflects that confidence. Solid silver. Traditional design. No need to innovate. Because when you rule the world, tradition feels permanent. This coin is struck in 0.925 sterling silver. Not plated. Not symbolic. Real silver. At 5.65 grams, it carried intrinsic value. People trusted it because it was worth something even beyond the crown's promise. That trust mattered. Britain's economy depended on belief. Belief in money. Belief in contracts. Belief in stability. Every silver shilling reinforced that system. Even when worn. Even when scratched. Even when passed through countless hands. This exact coin may have traveled far. British shilling circulated not just in England, but across colonies and trade hubs. India, Africa, the Caribbean, Australia. Sometimes officially, sometimes unofficially. They paid soldiers, bought supplies, settled transactions between strangers who shared no language, only trust in British silver. This coin may have crossed oceans. It may have witnessed ports, wars, markets, and migrations. And it did so silently. Look closely at the surfaces. The softening of Victoria's profile. The smoothing of the wreath. The gentle rounding of letters. This is not damage. It is history. Every mark was made by use. By life. Coins like this were not collected. They were spent. They were lost and found. Dropped in streets. Counted by candlelight. And that is what gives this coin its power today. The 1871 shilling is not rare. Millions were struck. Many survive. But value is not always about rarity. It is about connection. Collectors seek sharp examples, original toning, honest wear. Not perfection. Authenticity. This coin tells a complete story without shouting. It represents the everyday mechanics of empire. The money behind history, not the headlines. Empires are not built only with armies. They are built with systems. With trust. With coins like this. The 1871 British One Shilling did not change the world on its own. But it helped keep it running. And today, held in your hand, it reminds us that history is not always grand. Sometimes, history fits in your pocket. Long after the empire faded. Long after silver left circulation. This small coin remains. Quiet. Worn. Honest. A witness to a world that believed it would last forever.